Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Nick makes a suggestion to Brooke. The Forresters have returned to Los Angeles following an exciting trip to Italy. Brooke and Nick were on a boat cruise when she nearly went overboard. Fortunately, however, Ridge was there to save his Logan. Brooke is considering her future after her near-death experience, and will need to make a crucial choice. Nick got a surprise when he visits Forrester Creations to see how she is doing. Because he loves Brooke, Nick assures her that their relationship isn't over while removing a ring. Have Brooke's feelings altered since she was prepared to ride off into the sunset with Nick in Italy? After Brooke nearly drowned, Ridge's affection for her was rekindled. However, Ridge's engagement to Taylor is a barrier preventing Bridge from getting back together. Ridge updates Taylor on the events in Italy this week. As the topic of Brooke's romantic life comes up, Taylor states that Brooke won't have Ridge in her future. Taylor goes on to say that she will not remove her ring. Sheila found Luna still alive after unexpectedly entering Lee's home. When Sheila learns that her grandchild is still alive, she becomes quite emotional. She has a lot of questions for Lee, though the most important of which being why Lee saved Luna. Will Lee provide Sheila with the information she seeks? Grace admitted to lying about Liam's brain tumor last week. Bill's response was even worse than Liam's anger over Grace's trickery. It appears that Grace's punishment is only getting started because Bill is astonished and enraged, as was to be expected. It's unclear what Lee's second objective is in light of Luna's impossible comeback. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Lee Nozawa breached the law in order to assist a family member. Devoted followers are aware that Lee has done that twice. Taking charge of her niece's recuperation was Lee's initial objective. Therefore, despite what Lee falsely said, Luna Nozawa's life continued. The audience is curious about Lee's plans, though, once Luna is alert, well, and prepared to rejoin society. Furthermore, it's difficult to believe that Lee's closest friends and family won't find out until an amazing second time. Sheila Carter had no intention of shooting her son. She was going to shoot his wife up close instead. Sheila was so intent on killing Steffi Forrester Finnegan that she fired a second bullet into her daughter-in-law's chest, this time at close range. According to Lee's prior claims, John Finnegan passed away and his body was scampered to a distant spot, where she took care of him until Sheila learned about it and became enraged. Everyone is obviously thinking about that scene as this new plot develops. At close range, Liam Spencer fired a bullet into Luna's chest. Her rifle had just fired a bullet into his chest as well. However, Liam and Luna survived, just as Finn and Steffi did. Naturally, when Luna unintentionally shot her grandmother, Sheila lost another toe. Although the odds of all 5 characters surviving that gunplay are slim, they do exist in this soap opera universe. Poppy Nozawa, Romy Park, still feels the shock of everything that has transpired since she found out that Luna killed 2 people and attempted to blame her for it. Although it is reasonable to question Poppy's parenting abilities, Luna was never justified in attributing all of her actions to Park's personality. Therefore, it makes sense what Poppy said when she found out that Luna allegedly did. She was trying to move on by masking her pain. Poppy seems like the person who could figure out Lee's trick. That would be more soap opera than Sheila discovering the truth or even Finn finding out. Nobody is going to offer Luna another chance at the law. Her most recent crimes were exactly as horrible as the ones that the public is aware of. Naturally, nobody is aware of Luna's past activities before she entered the narrative. When she awakens, justice must be done, and everyone probably finds out about her. They can manifest as her being placed in a mental health center or arrested. On the other hand, she might end up like her murder victims or the people she fired but failed to kill. In an idealistic attempt to start again, Lee and Sheila feel sorry for her. Later in summer or fall, however, the dirty tea leaves suggest different. Ridge postpones Brooke's reunion because he feels guilty about Taylor. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Ridge Forrester will postpone his reunion with Brooke Logan. Brooke will have to wait for their happy ending because fans will witness Ridge pump the brakes out of guilt over Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig. It was simple to sense the change in tone following Ridge's spectacular rescue in Naples. The fact that Ridge nearly lost Brooke rocked him and forced him to think about what life would be like without her. Ridge knew he couldn't continue to take Brooke for granted after performing CPR and getting her breathing again. At least that was how Ridge felt at the time, holding Brooke close and appearing dedicated to mending their damaged relationship. Naturally, after Ridge takes a plane back to Los Angeles, reality will sink in. Now that he knows Brooke is the one he wants, it will be difficult for Ridge to face Taylor because his fiancée has been waiting for him at home. Ridge will find it difficult to bear the idea of breaking Taylor's heart again because he has done it more times than he can remember. Taylor will still be overflowing with anticipation for their impending nuptials, even if Ridge tries to come clean about kissing Brooke and experiencing a real love revelation. Taylor will play up the fact that Brooke needs to find a new future and act as though the ring would never come off. Ultimately, Ridge will not be able to carry out his plan to dump Taylor quite yet. It's probable that Ridge will tell Brooke straight out that Taylor's broken heart syndrome and her medical issues are to blame. Ridge won't want to cause Taylor any more suffering because he is aware that he played a significant role in her suffering in the past. Ridge might feel pressured to ease Taylor into this, even if he still intends to call it quits on the engagement in the end. Ridge will postpone the inevitable when it comes to his reunion with Brooke, since he doesn't want to abruptly break the news to Taylor. All of the drama in Italy has obviously unlocked Ridge and Brooke's destiny, but it will take some more time before they can be together completely. Is Deacon's surprise affair Poppy's new bond? According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Deacon Sharp will never move on from Luna Nozawa's murder of his close friends and co-workers. He is still making an effort to help Sheila Carter Sharp through her grief though. Deacon may spend a lot of time by himself since the waitress will soon learn Lee Finnegan's secret. Could he and Poppy Nozawa become friends because they both rejoiced over the murderer's passing? Let's discuss what might occur next in the CBS soap drama as you read on. Let's start with Luna's passing. Following emergency surgery, Lee was the last one left with Luna, as fans are aware. Before anyone knew it, Luna had passed away while recovering. Fans quickly discovered, though, that their concerns were right. Lee is tending the patient covertly in a suite after once again staging a death. This was comparable to what Lee had done with John Finn Finega. Sheila has been unable to bid Luna farewell. When Lee informed the grandmother that Luna's memorial service had already been completed, she was taken aback. In order to bid a final farewell, she then wanted to know where she was buried. The doctor won't tell her anything though. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Sheila worries about Lee but isn't yet suspicious of her. The waitress believes that Lee was more affected by Luna's passing than most people realize because she took a leave of absence from the hospital. In actuality, though, Lee requires time off in order to fully care for Luna. Lee dropped everything when she bumped into Sheila, while attempting to get supplies and medication for a comatose Luna. Remarkably, Sheila was unaware that Lee was obviously pilfering hospital prescription drugs. Aside from that, Sheila's tone made it obvious that she was really concerned about Lee. Sheila demanded to know where her grandchild was when the doctor refused to respond. Lee may want assistance if she wishes to keep her secret. Therefore, Lee could very well take Sheila to see a comatose Luna. Lee will probably explain and then insist that Sheila not speak. But doing so jeopardizes Sheila and Deacon's marriage. But what if Deacon went to someone else? Regarding Luna's passing, the pair does not agree. While Sheila is in mourning, Deacon wants to host a wedding. He will therefore require a confidant who is sensitive to his emotions. That individual might be Luna's mother, who was relieved that her daughter had passed away. Nick suggests Lee explains and Bill gets his revenge. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, a sneak peek has been made public for the week of. Bill Spencer is shown pledging to pursue Grace Buckingham. Sheila Carter Sharp is given an explanation by Lee Finnegan. In addition, Taylor Hayes tries to talk Rich Forrester out of it, while Nick Marone pops the question. Let's discuss the upcoming events in the CBS soap opera as you continue reading. Nick, who has an engagement ring box, should come first. Brooke Logan's mouth drops when he opens it. It doesn't have to be over for them, the sailor begs Brooke. However, if Brooke can agree to the plan, it might be the start. Naturally, Brooke will have to make a difficult choice. Ridge did save her from drowning after all. However, Taylor is not going to let Ridge leave without a fight. That leads us to our next point. Taylor tries to talk Ridge out of getting back together with Brooke in the week's preview clip. According to the psychiatrist, Brooke has a future, just not with her fiancé. She continues by saying that she will not be removing her ring. Ridge appears to be feeling heavy and is not grinning. We shall so observe Ridge's decision regarding this matter. Sheila has discovered what Lee is up to. According to next week's spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Sheila didn't think that at all. Lee isn't using drugs. Instead, she's covertly helping Luna Nozawa recover. Sheila asks Lee why she protected her granddaughter in the promo video. Lee will undoubtedly clarify that a turning moment in Lee's life was Poppy Nozawa's, Romy Park, relief that Luna was dead. Rather than passing judgment on Luna, she now understands that the young lady had no chance with Poppy as her mother. However, there comes a moment when a person is simply themselves and cannot be changed. After visiting Katie Logan at Forrester Creations, Bill Spencer also makes his way back to the house. Another bombshell will be revealed to Bill when he comes home. When Hope Logan and Liam Spencer tell Bill about the doctor's cunning transgression, Bill vows to hold Grace accountable.